It's an international filming competition that takes a certain framework. There is two topics. One is common for all teams and the other is individual. And then a line of dialogue. And within those topics and 1 week, people have to create a movie that's up to 4 minutes in length.
My topic was care and chance. My sentence is so long that I can't remember. Something with there's the South Pole, but I expect there's also an East and a West Pole, even though people don't like talking about them.
The overall was care. Then our specific topic was balance. And then the line of dialogue was...
It was opportunities don't happen, you create them. So, yeah.
And that's what we did.
Yeah.
It was care, melody, and would you like the dialogue as well? Okay. I despise hotels. I had such better experiences staying at other people's homes or something like that. Yeah.
Other people's houses.
Other people's houses. Yeah.
The topic for us was pajamas, and the line was "Let's eat carrots in the park." So that was the whole thing that the story revolved around, was trying to fit the dialogue into something meaningful.
At that time in my life, I had come to dislike carrots very much. I didn't like their smell, I didn't like their taste, and frankly I disliked seeing them everywhere. I especially didn't like what it did to most people, not that I could blame them. I just wished things were different. Usually when I looked at my carrot I would see a goal just like everyone else I know. A car, a house, a wife. But lately I was just staring at a carrot on a stick. It was time to do something drastic. I gathered up my courage and spoke to someone I barely even knew.
You're very attractive.
You're good with words, better than most. And I do find you attractive as well. But you know, I'm not looking for a mate at this time.
I didn't think so. Me neither. I'm sorry.
Can I ask? What's your carrot?
I really don't think that's...
I think mine's broken. See? It's been like that for a while now. Just a carrot.
I've never seen that before. It's unheard of. What did you do?
It was true that it was unheard of, but I had no explanation myself. I tried to imagine it to be other things I used to want.
Like what?
Like wearing actually comfortable clothes, like pajamas. Not this.
Pajamas. That's what you used to see? So simple. And yet charming. And fitting. But silly.
I want to save up so I can wear them all the time, not worry all the time.
It's just dress, honey. I'm fine. I'll just take care of the kids. Sorry, that's my boss on the second floor.
You know what, Paul? I think I will take my long-deserved vacation now. Goodbye, Paul.
At that moment, I realized I never wanted to chase another carrot again in my life. And just like that, once I made the decision, it was no more.
How?
I don't know. It's just that, man. I don't want that.
I hate carrots. I always have. I had so many different ones in my life. I never caught any. My father told me that was just life.
I could tell she was not used to asking for help. I could probably help you find the pajamas if you like. I'm very good with fabrics. I work in the textile business.
But what about work? I have to go and...
What does your carrot say?
After the pajama store. Let's eat carrots in the park. Agree?
There's no such thing as a pajama store. We'll have to find a bigger store with many products. I'll show you.
This year is gonna be the 5th edition. Actually, it already is the 5th edition of Ohu Short Film Challenge, and we are basically aimed at stimulating young filmmakers to believe in their powers and to get active and go film and create something. So afterwards, they will have this wonderful sense of accomplishment to see how their ideas turn into reality.
Great competition format and just great organization as well. I think it's like a great initiative just to bring filmmakers from Aarhus and from everywhere together for a common goal to create a film in a week, and yeah, I think it's really good.
I think first of all, it's a great place to make a network and make contacts, and people who are trying to make film and get into the business and just want to make films, they can really find other people, like-minded people here, which can be difficult if you're moving to a new city or a new country, or just trying to find the network can often be difficult. I think the most difficult part of filmmaking, and this is definitely an excuse to find people and really get out and try that. So I think that's the best part.
I think it's nice because it pushes you to just do it and not spend too long time about thinking about it, and just having a product after a week. It's kind of nice. It's just a nice challenge to see how well you can do in a week and just learn a lot in a week.
Actually, it's because I have 3 very good friends that I met on the first edition, not the first one of the AFC, but the first one we entered, and we became friends during that contest and just kept making movies every year since then. So it's a great way to reconnect with someone you don't see that often anymore because everyone is busy, but we make time for this, so that's nice.
We're attending Potemkin Film School right now, so we are taking like a short class in filmmaking, short filmmaking, and yeah, so this opportunity happened, and we're just, of course, we're gonna take it and go with it. Yeah.
First of all, I live here, so I was very attracted by the idea to make a movie in such a short time, and after a week, then just come down here right next to where I study and just see all the movies. It's so compressed and it's nice.
It was actually my husband Chris here. He did it 2 years ago, and I was interested in doing a project with him as well after that, so we just decided to sign up this time.
I just really like the structure of the contest. I think it's just really great because, as I said up on stage, it just creates an environment for you to, really foster ideas that I don't think you can create in other circumstances, just out of the blue or, while drinking coffee one morning. Like, I just don't think of it without these things to help me along, and I really like that. So
for first year, we came with an idea, except we had the creative limitations of the 2 topics and line of dialogue, to include also a theme for the year, which is storytelling for positive change. And the reason to do this is we really believe that stories have a very huge potential. Like, the visual storytelling is a very powerful tool, so it would be really amazing if people recognize it and know what they possess, and also use it as a tool for driving positive change, because they are the navigators of things to happen.
A strong character focus, which was very strong in the third prize film, the grand finale, was one of the criteria, and also causality. I mean, what impact does something has on another in order to progress or to make some kind of change? Sound is a criteria as well, and simplicity, because If you have like only 4 minutes, it needs to be simple. If it gets too complex and you want to tell too much in a short times, the point gets muddy. It gets blurred. So these are some of the criteria, and of course, how you unfold the theme, which in this case was care, and then you had a sub theme and the line.
Everything.
Yeah.
Everything from the very beginning. We didn't know the location. We didn't know how many actors we had. We hadn't met until the morning we were shooting 5 minutes before. We had no idea about anything, but we just rolled with it. And we had a lot of challenges with technique.
Yeah.
A lot of we transferred it to a Mac computer, and then we transferred it back to a regular Windows PC, and we couldn't get all the files, and they're still stuck on there. So we did the best we could.
Yeah.
So
I guess the line of dialogue, which was obligatory for us to implement in our movies, because it was all quotes from already made movies or literature, and when you are aware of that, then you cannot stop but interpret what it came from and stuff like that, and you cannot make a movie without speaking, because it was part of the challenge. So you had certain frames, yeah.
We always seem to need another minute of screen time, and this year we could definitely have used another minute. It's been cut down to 4 minutes now, and I think that's something we always struggle with. We just want to tell large stories, and there's no time, so we have to cut down to the essence. The line of dialogue was especially difficult for us this time, I think.
I guess like really specifically it was the writing, like just feeling comfortable that we're writing a story that we feel has a beginning, middle, and end, and is effective and uses the topics like creatively and in an interesting way, while feeling organic too.
It was also, I have to add, communication, because English is my third language, and sometimes I just make up words apparently. So I don't explain what I want to him. When we're doing the editing, for example, I was saying faster where I meant this needs to be shorter or something like that. So it was just back and forth a little bit there. So that was pretty challenging, but it was fun as well.
The deadline too, was challenging. I think if we had more time, we probably wouldn't have gotten so caught up in the details like in the moment like that. But yeah, that was a challenge for sure.
Yeah. And it was a little tricky to get the dialogue. The care and the melody was easy because Chris just came up with his idea right away. But the dialogue we had to work on a little bit. We thought of a few different options. Maybe the next door neighbors should be like a one-night stand thing, but so it just ended where it did with the Airbnb instead. So, yeah.
a nice place.
Yeah, it's super cozy. Great idea with the Airbnb, babe.
I knew this would be better than a hotel.
I despise hotels. Had such better experiences staying at people's houses.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, this is such a beautiful place.
Oh, look, there's even a bottle of wine for us.
Oh, it's a good one too.
Cheers for us.
Cheers.
It's so nice to get away from the kids. We need this.
You do. Get over here, you.
If we talk on the organizational side, I think initially, like getting a team, setting a team to work with, that was a challenge, and also the thing that it's all grassroots, so it's based it's based to benefit the community of filmmakers, and a challenge comes from not having any budget. So everything was organized with a zero budget, and just with a lot of help from this active filmmaking community, which actually made us really believe that there is a big need for such an event to act as a trigger and stimulate people's creativity. So that's a big challenge, but also a big reward to see the results. I really had a very amazing moment receiving the movies and actually be the first one to see the submissions. So that was extremely enjoyable. Also, having the chance to communicate with so many amazing people. A lot of them were, for example, engaged in somehow with the short film challenge, either by being our participants or workshop holders or the juries. So all these people connected to the event, and it has been a real pleasure having them around and communicating with them and making this network stronger and stronger. So hopefully the word will spread and more people would like to join and participate in the challenge.
I think the teamwork, and that we can work as a team, and regardless how many obstacles and hurdles we have, we still manage to move forward in a positive direction, and we got it done on time, and we can say, wow, we did it. Yeah. And we know what to do better next time. So it was a learning experience for all of us.
You don't need like a ton of money and a ton of people to help. Like you can, we were 4 people as a team, and then you got the actors and stuff. But you don't need a lot. You can actually just use your phone if you wanted to. Yeah. So I think that's really cool.
Seeing Tim fall over the bridge was definitely a highlight for me. I think he made it so well. It was above our expectations for what we could do with the scene. But seriously, it was definitely just spending time with some of the people that I don't see very often, but definitely are friends that I want to see more of. So yeah, that was the highlight.
Spending time with him, we had a blast doing it. Yeah.
Yeah, and working with Jorn and just doing it in a small crew and just really as simple as we could, and it was really fun. Night of shooting and really crazy weekend. So yeah, just the production.
Just being with the people who was around you when you made the movie. We had a great team and great actors. It was nice working with the actors and just a great experience when you don't have that much experience, and just jump into it and just take a chance.
I'm really happy with the result because it is a short film challenge in 1 week and a lot of things to consider. So I'm really happy with it. Yeah.
I'm really pleased with the time that we had. Of course, there are some things we could have done better, and we're talking about making, perfecting it. But I'm generally really pleased with the result. Yeah.
We were very satisfied because we would call it a solid movie because it's coherent, and it has a story, and it has some good acting and some nice camera, but it's not like it succeeds in everything, but it's kind of solid, you know, and we are very satisfied with it still.
Hej.
Hej.
Er du kommet med på trend?
Ja, jeg skulle lige prøve dem. Date med Veronica Rasmussen. Drikker du vin?
Mm. Maden er faktisk også virkelig lækker.
Tak. Det er ikke mig, der har lavet det. Hvad så?
Jeg synes bare, at du er virkelig sjov. Jeg synes faktisk også, at du er mega sexet.
Kan vi ikke lige lære hinanden at kende først?
Jo. Hvad vil du gerne vide?
Bare gerne vide, hvem du er.
Jeg læste altid Peter Plys som barn. Og der er den her sætning, som jeg altid tænker på, når jeg føler, at der ikke er nogen, der kan forstå mig. Folket vender mod nord. Men der er Sydpolen. Og jeg mistænker, at der også er en øst- og en vestpol.
Selvom folk ikke kan lide at tale om dem. Jeg elsker det citat.
Der kan du se, Peter. Du kender mig jo allerede. Nå, var det ikke sjovt?
Nej, den virkede slet ikke.
Nå, okay.
Drikker du vin?
For first year we had 5 workshops that were all going in the same time with the filming week, and this was our way to express that we really want to support learning and having like this very strong educational element, also to give some added value to filmmakers and support them in the filming week when they really have a very short time to generate ideas, to come with the storyline, to edit.
This year there was these workshops. We didn't have time to participate in them, but I know that people got a lot out of it.
I was really interested in the workshops. Unfortunately, we were pretty busy to not attend, but I peeked online a few times, and I think it's like a great initiative.
Workshops were built with the idea to form a process, starting with the idea generation, with how to build a storyline, and also how to use the technical part, like the equipment, and how you can actually get the best of what you have available to make a short movie. And the second part, it was very interesting also to involve the physical part, not only the mental and idea creation part, but also the body as being part of the whole short film challenge, because people are usually very, like, they have to push a lot, and sometimes it causes stress, sometimes too much coffee, too little sleep. So that was the idea also, to involve a session of relaxation with this workshop we had with yoga for filmmakers. And finally we had an amazing workshop for acting skills, which was also to make people move a little bit and to get them prepared to be in front of the camera, because I think that's a very, very useful skill to have.
The workshops were great. We had a lot of participants and they seemed like they had a lot of fun, and that was the goal, to kind of introduce people to acting, or the basics of acting, and allowing them to have fun with it. I think it's very important that you do stuff like that for people who are not necessarily filmmakers yet, but are interested in being it, and you kind of give them an outlet to kind of pursue whatever they want to do as filmmakers, or future filmmakers, actors, or whatever.
Working with, someone who's passionate about something else than yoga is super fun. People who are not usually into yoga but can use it as something else, as an accessory to what they're doing, to their practice. I wanted to let go of the rules. I gave them 2 poses and had them move between those poses, and then I said, try to do something else now. You still have those 2 poses, but you decide how you do it, and then let's see what happens. Because in the short film challenge they have a theme, and then they can make whatever they want with the theme, and it's kind of the same. So it's to set them free in their bodies as well, and not just in the mind.
It encouraged us to come up with new ideas and maybe use different ways of look at filmmaking from other perspective, and maybe be a little bit more broad-minded, and it helped, and I'm really happy that there are these workshops.
I would love to tell to them that they're our heroes, because just to make a short movie in 1 week, it's a victory by itself. And I would like to tell them not to give up at all, because they made a very, very important achievement, and some of the entries actually were also filmmakers for first time, that it was their first short movie, which takes a lot of guts to do this, like, for first time, and they were pretty good. So it's an amazing start, and it's just a process of development. So just keep going, keep looking ahead, and next year maybe.